Hello there, welcome back to the Noya Mountain Music Teaching Channel, and today we are going to be looking at playing up the neck for beginners. So we have a workshop on playing up the neck coming up on August 25th from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and you can sign up at noyamountainmusic.com. There's a link in the description. We'd love to have you there. And that's what this video is going to be talking about. The workshop is going to be for all levels, something for everybody. This particular video is going to be focused on the beginner level. So here we go. This is going to be fairly simple in scope and concept, and very important for y'all who are beginning your journey playing up the neck to internalize. So playing up the neck in this particular case and context is going to be meaning playing out of a closed position. And the key to this whole system is this right here. Well, in this case this is my finger, but you likely have one of these same kind of fingers and it's your first finger. Okay, so if we're going to be learning this in the key of G, which will extend to all different other keys, it's all about this pointer finger. Some people call it the index finger. In the key of G, we want to place it on the 5th fret of the D string. Okay, so that's our one note right there, and it's really important that we are able to play a major scale in the closed position. So for those that are brand new, and this is going to be really kind of aimed at beginners, we want to do it like this. First finger on the 5th fret of the D. That's the first note in the scale. Second note is middle finger on the 7th fret of the D. Alright, third note is your ring finger on the 9th fret of the D. And then little finger on the 10th fret of the D. Those are going to be our first four notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, or Do, Re, Mi, Fa. Our 5th note in the scale is going to go to the A string, and it's going to be your first finger again, 5th fret of the A. That's your 5th note in the scale. The 6th note is going to be the 7th fret of the A, middle finger. And the 7th note is going to be your ring finger on the 9th fret of the A. And we're going to find our G note, which is our octave up on the 10th fret of the A. Okay, so this is our closed position scale, super-de-duper-de important for learning to play up the neck. So we got Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do. Coming back same way. Okay, so that is where we can find so many of our melodies. Before we go on to the first one, which you already probably know is going to be Merry Heart Little Lamb, we need to find some notes on the underside of this closed position scale. But before we do, please like and subscribe. Go ahead and hit that little bell there for the notifications, and you'll get all the good stuff from Noya Mountain Music. Thank you. And please consider becoming a patron on patreon.com/Noya Mountain Music. Not that we're going to use them, but we want to know they're there. Okay? So the low 5, the 5 underneath the 1, is a very important note. It's the 7th fret of the G. We play that with our middle finger. And then there's another important note, which is going to be the major 3rd, which is the 4th fret of the G. That's a little bit out of this position, but it all connects to the infinity pattern, which is an arpeggio starting on the major 3rd, going up to the high 5 on the 10th fret of the E. That's a little bit beyond the scope of what we're doing here today, but just to give you some context, these are all good notes. But we're going to be focusing on the closed position right here. So the most important thing about all of this is to develop the ability to hear the melodies properly and to be able to pick them out. And so you don't want to start with Blackberry Blossom or Jerusalem Ridge or something hard. You want to start with Merry Had a Lamb, probably. Okay? So Merry Had a Lamb is a great teacher tune, and it's going to teach us what it sounds like to start a melody on the 3rd note in the scale. So in this case, it's going to be the 9th fret of the D. Walking down the scale, 3, 2, 1. Those are the scale intervals. Fret-wise, it's 9, 7, 5. And I'm not going to explain all this note for note. It's going to be up to you to pick this stuff out, because we're going to go through quite a few of these numbers real quick, just so you can see where they're at, colloquially speaking. And you can pick them out on your mandolin. But just to let you know where this one starts, it's the 9th fret of the D. That's the major 3rd in G. This is our closed position once again. A little trick to this one is you got to hop over to the 5th fret of the A for the high note. nothing to it. Okay, so going on from there, and just so you know, this whole closed position is totally movable. So any key that you want to go to, you take your first finger and you put that first finger on whatever note is the key that you want to be in. Of course, you got to kind of like figure out if you're in the key of E flat, where's an E flat? How do you even know where that is? Well, I'll just tell you where it is for now. It's the first fret of the D. So all of these notes are going to be in the same places in the position, the closed position. So it's first finger on the root, walking up 3 notes in the scale. Do, re, mi. That's where Mary Had a Little Lamb starts. That same jump to the A string. Okay, so maybe if you wanted to play up high somewhere, you could start, for instance, on your 8th fret of the A. What key would that put us in? That put us in F. 8th fret of the A, walk up 3 notes in the scale. There's your Mary Had a Little Lamb. But instead of going to the A string to cross over, obviously we're crossing up to the E string. Okay, so that's how you take this closed position, and it's good to be able to run the scale wherever you are. That way you're not thinking about the names of the notes, which can be confusing. You're just thinking about the shape of this closed position system. Okay, and you could think about like, oh, it's a whole step up from the 1 to the 2, a whole step up from the 2 to the 3, a half step up from 3 to the 4, a whole step up from the 4 to the 5, another whole step from 5 to 6, another whole step up from 6 to 7, and a half step from 7 to 8, which is the one which is the root, which is the octave, or you can just kind of listen for it. The sound is always the most important thing. Okay. So Mary Had a Little Lamb, nothing to it, and you can get into double stops down the road, all this kind of stuff. We're starting super simple for the beginners. Next on the list is going to be Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Okay, so how do we even approach this? I'll give you a head start. It starts on the 1. So Mary Had a Little Lamb started on the 3, and then walked down to the 1 and back to the 3. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3. Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star starts on the 1 and goes to the 5. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up, up, up the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. So this whole melody takes place within 6 notes in the major scale. Not too bad, and again, you can take that same shape, play it in any other key as long as you can find the root with your first finger. So if you learn it in one key, for instance G, you get it in each of the other 11 keys. Is there, how many keys is there? Is there about 12? Anywhere you want to take it, your first finger, your pointer, your index finger is going to be the root, the key to it all. You just anchor that on your one note. That's the first note in the scale of whatever key you're in. Then you can find all the rest of the notes in the scale and find all the rest of the notes to all the melodies. Okay, so Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, no problem. And you want to go through this exercise picking out the basic melody in all kinds of different keys, but starting in G with all the nursery rhymes that you know since you were a little person. For instance, another one might be row, row, row your boat. All that takes place in the closed position octave. You can dress it up and play it in kind of clever, fancy ways, or play it real simple. It doesn't matter. It's always going to be the same position within this closed system. Okay? So what about You Are My Sunshine? Okay, so now we are getting into more complex territory. So this is going to have a note that starts out, it's the low note, you are my sunshine. That's that low 5 I was talking about before. So you can just remember that that's going to be on the string above your root note with your first finger. It's going to have 1 fret in between it and the 5. So if you're in G, 5th fret of the D, then your low 5 is going to be the 7th fret of the G. Boba gets excited about this kind of stuff. All right. that's where you can find that low 5, which is so frequently going to be a jump off. When I say jump off, that's like the beginning of the melody or the pickup notes. Okay, so you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. So please don't take my sunshine away. Folks are going to phrase this differently, but you can find your own way to it. And you just need to hack it out. So important to develop the connection between the music that's inside and the music that's on your mandolin. You gotta hack it. Okay, let's just do one more real quick and we're gonna wrap up. What about a little coming around the mountain? It's gonna start with that same low 5. She'll be coming, alright, she'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. You can get that lower note if you wanted to. It's gonna be the low major 3rd. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes, which is a little bit outside of our closed position. You gotta kind of make a little transition to get your 1st finger on the 4th fret there. You can get it if you want it, but you don't have to. So that one little note on the last chord, coming round the mountain when she... That really isn't in our playbook yet. It's the 11th fret of the G. So that's going to be your 7th. You could get it here with your 4th fret of the D with your 1st finger. Again, that's getting outside of our position a little bit. So there are little things that you're going to need to learn on the way, but this is the basic premise. You take all your 3 blind mice, bless their hearts and souls and eyes and all that kind of stuff, and all the simple tunes, Go Tell Aunt Rhoda, You Are My Sunshine, This Land Is Your Land, Amazing Grace, Silent Night, Jingle Bells. Here's a nice little list of them. Look at that beautiful list of internal repertoire tunes. And you pick them out in G and then take them to all the different other keys that you might want to be in, and this will be one of the best exercises that you ever do for your mandolin playing, learning to play up the neck. Alright neighbors, so thank you for checking out this video, and if you like what's going on here with this video, please like the video. That helps, you know. Subscribe to the channel, get the bell notifications, leave a little comment if you like, telling us what you connected with, what you're interested in connecting with. And if you want to support the work here, we put out one video almost every week, usually at the beginning of the week. Think about becoming a Patreon supporter, please, at patreon.com/Noya Mountain Music. And we appreciate all the folks who have been supporting the work. Big howdy and thanks to all of y'all, and we will see you on the next one. Yay!